Hello, hello. Yes. I'm Dr. Clint G. Rogers here with Monica Posada. Monica.
Welcome everyone. I'm so excited to be here sharing this space with each and every one of you.
Yeah, it's so fun. We have this book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer. Here's a picture of some of our kids in Nepal holding different languages. Tilak has the Japanese one, Lakshmi has the English, and Amit has the Turkish one. And this call is really people who have read this book and are applying these principles, and people from all over the world. And so, and we get a chance to drop into authentic conversation, inspiring stories, and really moments of true presence about what's possible. And what if on today's call you even learn one ancient secret that helps your pet or yourself or someone you love? And so today's theme, Monica, you want to share the quote for today?
Oh, yes. Give me a second. You caught me off guard.
All right, as she's getting it ready, I just want to invite everyone, just go and put where you're joining from today. I just want to welcome everyone. And if you're new, go ahead and put I'm new if this is your first week, because we want to special welcome you. Tara, I don't know if Tara, can you just say hi real quick?
Hi, everybody.
Yeah,
Welcome. Welcome if you're back.
yeah. So Tara is going to be welcoming you, especially if you're new, just to find out how we can best support you. And Tara, if you see anyone who's new, like you can even, just because it's hard for me to pay attention to everything in the chat, you can just come off mute and just let us know. But we're just welcoming some people who this is your second or third week. Naomi, I see you joining from Mexico. So good. Nancy from Maryland. So good. Oh, wow. So good to see you. Lynn, so good to see you. Wow. And Vinay joining from India. Vinay, do you want to talk real briefly about why today is so significant? And right before that, though, Monica, you got the quote?
I got it. Okay.
Okay, let's do this part too.
Okay, so the quote for today is every adversity, every difficult situation or heartbreak has within it the seeds of equal or greater benefit.
Yeah, every difficult situation, every heartache, heartbreak, or challenge has within the seeds of equal or greater benefit. So we hear Vinay's voice. Yeah. So this quote, we're going to get a chance to present. So Chris, I'm so glad you're here. Brett, so glad. Luke, so glad you're here. Grazi, because it's not this. This call isn't about sitting back. It's about engaging our hearts in how this applies to us. Vinay, I hear your voice. Can you talk to us about this special day, how you pronounce it, and what it's about?
Yeah, first of all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone and to my family. Wish you happy Guru Purnima, to my teacher, to my Dr. Clint and Dr. Juvan, teacher, Dr. Naram. And of course, Dr. Clint is also my, like a guru, so I'm respecting him also. And wish you happy Guru Purnima to everyone. Actually, we are here in the temple at present celebrating that thing. We just completed the satsang. So, with me, I have Mr. Sahaj with me. He is also one of the devotee of the Swamiji, and very soon, he is also going to serve to the ancient secret and coming to the USA. So he is joining with me from the temple, and we'll show you after some few minutes, if you allow me, I'll show you how all the devotees are gathered here, and they are doing the pujan. We are offering to all our spiritual master and gurus who are here. So basically, according to His Holiness Hari Prasad Swamiji, once he said that how we can choose the guru in our life. So there are three ways. One, we have to see the nature of the guru. And likewise, we saw that how the guru Baba Ramdas for the Dr. Naram. So Baba Ramdas has done a lot of exams. He took a lot of exams of Dr. Naram. But the best disciple or best devotee is such that he never gives up. How many times? 100 times or more than 100 times Baba Ramdas has said that come tomorrow, come tomorrow. But Dr. Naram has never given up. So like that thing, Swamiji says that we choose the master or guru in our life by seeing that how his nature is. Second, how is his master? We know that. We know Dr. Naram. Me, Dr. Clint, Dr. Giovanni, we know that Dr. Naram is our master. His master, Baba Ramdas, how he is. And his master, ultimate master is Master Jivaka. So we know that we are so blessed to get the blessings from the Master Jivaka, Lord Jivaka. And today we are to join this community of the ancient secrets. And the third thing is that we have to see the disciples and the devotees of the Master. So we know that how Dr. Juan is, how Dr. Clint is. They have devoted their life and all the mentors and all the now we devoted our life to the ancient secrets. So this is how we celebrate the Guru Purnima, and this is we have done. I've been to the Ayush Shakti and done the puja for the Dr. Naram. So like this, we are doing this. If you allow me, just I would like to invite Mr. Sahaj also, who is with me, and he will also share his experience. Sir, can he?
Yeah, if you can share in about 1 minute, because we're about to go into silence. Would love to hear your voice, Sahaj. In fact, everyone who's new, I see Connor, you're on the call today. Makes me so happy. Ken, so good to see you. Okay, go ahead, Sahaj.
Mr. Sahaj is here.
Hello everyone. Actually, just Vinay just I visited the Mandir, so he was like, let's just you need to just speak about Guru Purnima. So I haven't prepared anything, but something which I feel about the importance of Guru in everyone's life. I will just share few things about it. I was just rectifying the Guru spelling, that is Guru. So I was just bifurcating that. So I will just bifurcate that and I will end the talk. So for G it is like God's grace, because getting a potential guru, it is because of the God grace, because you can't get a potential guru that can uplift yourself and uplift you in any of the situations. That is just because of the God's grace. Second is you, that is utilizing your soul, like how the soul gets transformed drastically. It gets transformed from the negative emotions we drive through our whole day. So with the help of that, it just rectifies our soul and drags it towards positivity. U is for rectifying our soul, which I said that our soul is connected with so much of influences around us. So with that, he just rectifies our soul by giving us some of the tasks. We call it as agnyas over here. Like whenever a guru gives us some agnya, you need to follow it blindly, because we don't know what the hidden surprise into it. And then that comes is that he utilizes our potential, because we don't know what our best potential we are at, but he can see that and he can make us grow and make us use our potential. So this is what I have bifurcated guru word just while thinking about it. So by this, I would like to end by wishing you happy Guru Purnima to one and all present here. Thank you.
So beautiful. Thank you, Sahaj. Thank you, Vinay. So beautiful. Monica, so cool, huh? To have the different people sharing from India on
So
this topic.
beautiful, so unexpected, and what a great explanation of the word guru. I was actually reading about that this morning before he spoke, so it's amazing.
Yeah, and what I love about this specific call, and Dr. Naram and his teacher, his master Baba Ramdas, his master, ultimate master Jivaka, is they made a distinguishment that this is a school of thought. It's a philosophy in which anyone is welcome, actually, and in which every teacher, every master is always a student, and every student can become a master. And I liked that energy. And even when I was asking Dr. Ram, because I found out, one of his teachers is Baba Ramdas, but he learned from actually a lot of different masters. And I remember asking, well, who is your original master? He says, actually, he's like, Clint, even you can be my teacher if you have something. So he actually made all of life his teacher. And Monica, can you share this concept that you wrote up the description for today about also, when even the opening quote in the book, I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you. Love will
Yeah.
teach you, you know, and the guru that's inside. Can you share about that? Because I think it's so
Yeah.
powerful.
Actually, I was reflecting this morning on the gurus and expressing my gratitude for so many different teachers and masters that I have encountered in my life. And I was also thinking of how, you know, everyone I encounter is my master or my guru. My friends, everyone here in this community, the community itself is a guru and a master and a teacher. And my reflection brought me back to the opening quote of the book. I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you. Love will teach you. And the ultimate guru, the ultimate teacher is love. And what I was thinking is like, what are we, or what is anyone, what is any teacher, any master, any guru, but the embodiment of that love? And I just thought it was so beautiful. And, you know, we have that love within us. And ultimately, like the life that is happening for us is the greatest teacher and master and guru of all time. And it also relates to the quote that we have for today, you know, like even adversity, even darkness comes in as a teacher and comes from love, because you're only going to find the light and something greater beyond that darkness. So,
So beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, I really felt that. I saw a lot of people nodding as you were talking, and just recognizing that actually wherever love is your teacher, you know. So saying thank you to love, thank you, the force of love that you are actually, and that any kind of a DT devil bhava is also those teachers, you know, the unexpected guest being the divine showing up. So in this space of who you are, we want to drop, you know, for even a couple minutes of silence, and I asked Monica to guide us in light of the guru being inside of you. You know, also another way to break down the name guru is say, gee, you are you. You know, I think that was Esther Francis that brought this to my attention, and just a beautiful poem. Maybe she'll share later. And then even in this meditation, this silence as we're dropping into our hearts, you know, from our head to our hearts, think about that quote and when that has shown up in our lives, about when some difficult situation, some heartbreak or obstacle actually had with it the seeds of equal or greater benefit. I see Casey on the call who even just shares about how that quote was life changing in changing a difficult, dark situation, and hopefully he'll share about that a little bit. Monica, you want to walk us through the dropping from our head to our heart?
Sure. I invite everyone to take a few moments and stop what you're doing. If you're multitasking, I invite you to just take a few seconds, close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose, and let it out with a sigh. Let's tune in to this present moment, to this gratitude, this appreciation, this love for all our masters, our gurus, our teachers, gratitude to life, gratitude to this present moment, gratitude and devotion to love. And as we start coming back into this present moment, into our bodies, take another deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's carry within us this amazing gratitude towards love and each and every one of us in this community that I love so much.
So beautiful. Thank you, Monica. Wow. Feels so good in the midst of all the busyness to go to silence. Dr. Ram, I'm so grateful for Dr. Ram. The subtitle of the book is A Western Skeptic, an Eastern Master, and Life's Greatest Secrets. I'm so grateful he was so patient with me when I was so stubborn in so many ways, and wanting the world to fit what I like, how I, it's like came into the situation and was so critical and like, I don't know, but he was so patient. And I think the nice thing about the ancient secrets is they work. And even these principles. And I want to say, congratulate everyone who's on the detox this week, who started the 7-day detox, and just say, well, as you clean your body, you also clean your mind and emotions. Now, this quote for today, Monica, you want to read it again? This beautiful quote that's framing the context of today's discussion?
Yes. Every adversity, every difficult situation or heartbreak has within it the seeds of equal or greater benefit.
Yeah. So you can think about how has that applied in your life? And as you're thinking about it, by chance, do you have the video queued up where we can play? This is from, actually, it was really interesting. This week, I was with a friend who had just come from a training by Master Co. Has anyone heard of Master Co? He's a very powerful energy healer. And this training was specifically about abundance. And it was really interesting. He said that it's a spiritual principle that when you give 10% of whatever you earn towards whoever's your, whatever, as a humanitarian thing, it comes back and it's actually creates more increase in your life. And he said specifically regarding anything where you've been nourished spiritually. And it's really beautiful in this community. People have really supported these kids in Nepal, and I'm so grateful for all the love that's gone, towards them, and they've sent a lot of love back. This is a specific example of when an Aditi Devo Bhava moment came, where they're living on the side of a mountain, and it's beautiful, and the house was built with love, but some of the mountains started shifting, and then the floor started cracking, and the walls started cracking. And as you're watching this, I want you to think about the symbolism of it also in your life. What happens when the world seems like it shifts under your feet and then you start to notice cracks, So let's, Cornelia, if you can play that with the audio.
Day by day, another part is getting cracked, one man is getting zipper. This is a place where I feel at home.
So really thanks to your support, they started demolishing it, digging deeper, putting in a more solid foundation.
So
Wow. Oh,
Uh,
man.
so thank you, everyone, not only for supporting in such a beautiful way, but also, Monica, I want to hear any symbolism you see that regarding this quote for this week. How that video might apply, either times in your life or something like that.
Yeah, the quote is so beautiful because to me, it's an invitation to trust even more, to lean in and just love what I'm experiencing. Can I love the adversity? Can I love the darkness? Because yeah, it may be a little tough. There may be some tearing down to do. There may be things to clear out, work to do. But on the other side of it, what comes, like the amount of love, it's even like unimaginable sometimes, the things that happen. Like once we let ourselves trust and go through whatever adversity it is, what's on the other side is most of the time something I had not even thought about or imagined before. So to me, it's just an invitation to trust even more, trust in the divine, trust that this is happening for you and that the results or the outcome is going to be even greater, more beautiful than you can even imagine. And I have seen that in my life. I even see it like in small little things. Like recently, about 2.5 weeks ago, I started a 28-day detox. And this is super simple, but it applies to this too, because I was really hangry the first 3 days of the detox. And I'm a pretty healthy person. I work out every day. I eat super healthy. I follow my Ayurvedic, guidelines, my Sidda-Veda guidelines to the best of my ability. And then I started thinking to myself, like, why am I even doing this detox? Like, why am I doing it? I am super healthy. I don't need to do this. And I was just having this battle of like feeling this hanger. And then what happened was that on the fourth day, I woke up, Clint, and my mind was so clear
uh,
and my body felt so good and so light that I was like, wow, I didn't even realize how much I needed to start this detox. And I was so grateful that ever since that day, I've been enjoying every single day of the detox. I love making the recipes. And, this is like a simple little thing compared to like bigger things. But even in small things like this, I can see how trusting that I'm being guided to do this detox is going to lead me to, I didn't even imagine that I, was going to feel this great afterwards. So.
I love that. It's so good. I know technically we're starting the 7-day detox day, but anyone wants to join us in any degree, even just on your own as much as you can, why not use this week to celebrate the guru in you by helping clean the temple, a little bit. So when I think about this quote, every difficult situation, every challenge, every heartbreak has within it the seeds of equal or greater benefit. Usually when some challenge or some heartbreak comes in our life, even heartbreak has in it the word break, actually feels like there's a crack in our existence in some ways, or it's jolting, and what I love about this video is there's sometimes the gift is that we pull the wall down, we build a more sure foundation, and then we build from that place. Casey, I love your sharing about when you first read this quote, how it helped you. I don't know if you're in a place you can even just share in a couple minutes about that, but your experience with this quote in particular. I don't know if you can unmute yourself. Yeah, Casey.
Yeah, I'm here. It was cutting out a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I think a lot of people have heard my story, but I experienced, just a very shocking, heartbreak situation, and I have the personality type. My psyche was programmed in a way, or has all the predispositions, and I've struggled with, suicidal ideations, several times, throughout my life, beginning as a teenager. And I found I had just started reading the book, so it was very fresh. And then I found myself in the midst of this crisis and this heartbreak, and also experienced for the first time in my life what they call that witness consciousness, that I didn't know what I was experiencing, other than it's like I was watching myself and I was watching my heartbroken lower self in the process of ending my life. And, you know, when grasping for anything, you know, to hold on to, just the first thing that came into my mind was that quote: with every adversity, difficult situation, or heartbreak has with it seeds of equal or greater outcome. And that shifted the energy that I was in and allowed me, my higher self, to reason with the very, very heartbroken, wounded part of myself. And it's been just a very powerful thing. And we have it written, my children, because it's kind of become a very, like, after that, you know, our family all together, we're kind of thrown into this, you know, phase of adversity. And if anything that I've learned, and Monica said it so beautifully, is just learning to trust and learning to surrender through the adversity or through the heartbreak, and realize that transformation does not come without, you know, without heartbreak, without adversity, without challenge. So whenever we have challenge, whenever we have heartbreak, look at it as transformation. You have the invitation to trust in the process, and choose how you know, it's all about our, you know, our attitude around it. But, and then my oldest child, Mikkel, interviewed me for one of her class projects in nursing school. And she gave me a gift, this little tiny, I don't know if you can see it, it's a little lotus flower pendant. And in the middle, it's so tiny, but if this up to the light, inside of it is etched, or it illuminates, a lotus flower in the quote that we're talking about today. So
wow,
yeah,
what a
yeah.
powerful gift. Amazing.
So that's what it means to me. I wear it on my heart every day as a constant reminder that, again, Monica said everything so beautifully, that it's about, you know, and my favorite musician, which everybody knows, and that song that, you know, Tia, you know, helped me perform, that darkness has its teaching. But what we're programmed to distract ourselves from actually trusting the pain and trusting the process of healing, which is really feeling deeply into every emotion that we experience is there for our transformation and healing. So yeah, so I just
let's put our hands together. Just send you and your family so much love. We love you. We're with you, Casey. It's so beautiful. How awesome that your kids not only kept it as a model, but created a personalized gift for you, because they knew how much that quote had made a difference for you. So awesome. Monica, anything you want to share?
I just think it's so great because the ripple effect that our own transformation has on others, especially our family. And I think it's so beautiful how Casey shared that, like, in his household, you know, like even his kids are already aware of, let's say, this quote and the process of trusting. And, you know, if darkness comes, it's for a reason, and to trust it and look at it with love. And so it's just amazing how contagious healing happens. So it's not only the home remedies and the ancient secrets relating to our physical bodies, but, you know, the quotes in this book are so powerful. and they affect everyone around us by our own example. And I thought that was beautiful. Casey, thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, it really set the foundation for us, because after that, it was like all of us experienced some very challenging, difficult situations. So we were always like reminding each other when and Mikkel themselves has met some adversity, but seeing the way that they handled it has just been so inspiring, and it's been all centered around that adversity and challenge leads to transformation if you just trust and surrender and love yourself and learn to find the lesson in it. So
cool. Thank you, Casey. Man, what a powerful sharing. Now, even if you don't have the quote etched into something near your heart that you can look through, it's so beautiful. Even the analogy of that, how the light shines through and illuminates this truth. That every adversity, every challenge, every heart, and this quote is so powerful. If you really believe it, then you do see, another way to phrase it is that all of life is happening for you, not to you. And so I want to know, does anyone on the call today have any experiences, stories related to this quote? Or does anyone on the call have any experiences, stories about applying some of the principles or methods from Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer, letting love guide them? Anyone have anything you want to share? It's open sharing. Cornelia, I see you here first. Awesome.
Yeah, because that quote is always so resonating with me, because my greatest challenge in life was the accident I had in 1990, which kept me in pain for 8 years. And I had no idea that going through all of that, it would change my life completely, put me on a completely different trajectory, even to the point that in the end, I met Dr. Clint. Because of all the experience I had, I was compelled to write a book about health and healing. And then I went to Jack Canfield's seminar, and that's where I met Dr. Clint. And everything that I have done since then has really been a blessing, not just to me, but also because of how I developed after that accident and with what I was going through. It has been a blessing for a lot of people, because I discovered a healing modality that I just happened to me, which I would have never had if I hadn't had that experience. And for me, that is such a powerful reminder. Every time I read it, every time I come across it, it brings me back to that moment. Yeah, it doesn't matter how difficult the situation is. What is the blessing in it? I might not see it right in the moment, but trusting, as Monica said, that it's there just changes the whole perspective of no matter what happens in my life. And that in itself has been a blessing, that I had this realization, yeah, life is really happening for me all the time. And I'm trusting that no matter what happens, it is for the good of me and for the good of everyone around me, because of who I'm becoming.
Wow, so beautiful. So it's amazing, like an amazing feeling to know that you are held and that you're going to be okay, and that no matter what is presenting itself, you are safe, So I love that. Thank you, Cornelia. So beautiful. Susan, Joseph.
Yeah, this one is me. And I pick up a couple of things on this. I own my own personality and would say, when something has happened that would be viewed as a challenge or difficult or a heartbreak in whatever way, I don't necessarily immediately see it. That's what Cornelia was just mentioning, and you used the word faith. And what I have experienced and am still experiencing is that I have to a lot of times get some distance and some time, let it pass. But the I guess character part is, what am I doing with myself in the meantime until I see the greater benefit, the greater seed. And it has been challenging at times, and it's wonderful to hear the people that, well, this terrible thing just happened and now I'm great. It's like, for me, it has taken longer, and to my most recent aha has been taking something that was a physical challenge, and the greater seed was that it has caused a shift in my belief system. Okay, so it's not about the physical thing got better and it led me there or whatever. Well, it's like that was what it took to grind me into a place of not believing what I think or what I used to think. It's taken me to the less I think I know, the freer I am. And so that's it.
I love it. I think it's so powerful, and I'm curious how other people honor that space. It's not like one of my friends says we don't want to do spiritual bypass, which is like everything's good. It's like we're humans. We're real humans that really feel, and sometimes things hurt. And so how do we have space for us in that, simultaneously knowing that it has a seed of equal or greater benefit? That's a really good question, Joseph, and I'm curious if anyone else has anything along that lines too.
Just to kind of respond to that, I would say that the love of others and support and knowing that those things are there outside of me is very reassuring and gives hope. Just sometimes it's good to get outside yourself and look at what is around you.
I love that. It's so good. We have a couple other people that raised their hand and want to share. And Connor, I just want to say I'm so happy you're here, and anyone else who's new. At the end of the call, we always like to ask people, what did love teach you today? But especially if you have anything to share on this topic, I'd be curious. Monica, who's next?
Nehemiah.
Nehemiah. Yeah.
Shalom, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you see
Yes.
me? Because I can't see myself, but that's a long story. So, first of all, through Guru Purnima, I've been with the Guru for 48 years as of this month. And it should be auspicious. I want to share with you an experience that happened in front of my students, who are my best teachers, in a session of yoga of the heart. The session come to an end. We are sitting in a circle, meditating, culmination. My eyes are closed, and with my eyes closed, I see the same group that I saw with my open eyes, sitting like in a shoe horse around, facing me. And out of somewhere appear a fairy, floating, not flying, floating without using wings. And the fairy wasn't male and wasn't a female and wasn't androgynous. It was beyond all that. And the face was so pure, like one of the most innocent person in my session. And the fairy, she was floating, not flying, floating over us. I was the last one. She was touching each one of us on our shoulder, like giving us a blessing, each one of us. And then it came to me, touched me, and it floated away. And as the fairy was floating, it said, I'm giving you the blessing of the amount of suffering that you can handle. I'm giving you the blessings of the amount of suffering that you can handle. Each one of us here arrived here by some suffering. I have no question about it. All those I spoke. I mean, most people have, but we digested it, so we are able to be here. Other people are just suffering, and and don't get much with it in that lifetime. They can get it next one or next year. In mine, I have my share. Suicide in my family, 3 mothers, adopted mothers, suicide, myself trying to commit suicide when I was young. But I won't be where I am now if I didn't have it, and I won't be if I'm not now if I didn't have great master to help me to save my life. Because I would be either in mental hospital or under the ground, and I'm not. And I'm actually working with people who are coming out of mental hospital. So what I'm trying to say is, if we are ready to digest our suffering, we can be even more wonderful than we already are and inspire others to do the same. Thank you for listening.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Ken, or who's next? Ken or Grazi? I can't remember.
Grazi's next.
Grazi? Okay, Grazi.
Thank you. First of all, I woke up this morning to do my Agnihotra, which is the sunrise fire ceremony, and I have a little triad that one of the teachers is the lineage of Dr. Naram, and it's you, Clint, and it's this community. And I had 2 other lineages that have been with me and my family since 2020. And I definitely wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for this community, this container of pure manifested love. It's like I see love in action, compassion throughout every single call, every single time we are together, and even when we are not together. Because I feel as a current that is in and out and surrounded in all of us. So I am really thankful for this lineage, for your life, for Dr. Smita, for Krishna, for all of you. I bless your feet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I also want to say that, yes, Aditya Baba has the capacity in the end of 2020, when our lives were getting out of a tremendous night of the soul collectively, having that deep understanding and grabbing on this teaching, grabbing onto this trust that gifts would come from all of it. And I just had to keep on walking, keep showing up, keeping doing whatever I had the intuition to do, how I was able to pray, how I was able to eat at that moment, and seeing where I am now, thanks to you guys, thanks to all my teachers, thank you for being teachable, always being in this path, humbly knowing that I can learn. I give myself time, I give myself permission, I give myself compassion when I make mistakes, and I have this beautiful community. I love all of you that see me and that I can see you. And through this, we exchange this beautiful magnetic love that we keep spreading throughout. So thank you so much.
Wow.
So beautiful. Oh my gosh, so beautiful.
Obrigado. So good, so beautiful. Yeah, awesome. But man, such great sharing today. Really dropping me in a space of gratitude even more. Ken?
Hello, family. It occurred to me when you were talking about the difference between pain and suffering. I go to my mentors, my masters, Viktor Frankl, who said between stimulus and response, there's a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and our freedom. Now, Viktor Frankl, as we recall, was in a Nazi concentration camp, and they took away everything they could, but they couldn't take away his choice of how to respond to things. And this whole community has been so helpful in me learning how to choose my responses more in a more useful way. And I'm becoming a lot more gracious about it. My hips are messed up, as you all know, and I'm working through all of that. But I don't know that I would have found this community had they not been. And so I'm still in the midst of my time of choosing how to respond to things, and this community and and all of the things that I'm learning here have certainly helped my foundation grow much more deliberately. So thanks to all of you for all of this, and I'm here for all of you as I can be.
So beautiful. So fun. Ken on his birthday came to meet our kids in Nepal, and it was really fun. Actually, there's another person on the trip by the name of Sean. It wasn't until after he came back from Nepal he told me about how he was in Costa Rica and actually had a dream in which he was on the streets. He didn't remember what country, but saw this person who was a great master. This person was definitely the presence, the beingness. And so he walked up to him. In India, it's polite to touch feet or brush dust off the feet of the teacher. And he went in his dream and he went down to brush the feet and he felt the shock of this master's hand on his head, his back, and he just felt, the power of it. So this was all in his dream. Now, someone had just given him my book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer, a short time before, and he opened up and he saw the person that was in his dream on page 56 of the book, Jivaka, actually. And then shortly after that, Ken, did you know this story? I don't know if you knew. Anyway, shortly after he had another dream saying that, there's a table, there's one open chair, and everyone's welcoming me, saying this is it. And right then, Joan, I don't know, Joan, if you're on the call, but Joan contacted Sean and said, hey, there's a chance to come to Nepal. There's one spot that opened up. And so in that case, he actually had some of the masters appear and guide him on this journey. And I've actually had so many crazy, beautiful stories from people who've had dreams about things related to this, either Dr. Naram or someone, that is a force of love in their life, some loved one or some deity. So it's really fun. Ken, as you're sharing that, even Nehemiah, what you were sharing before, I thought about some of these crazy, powerful experiences. All right. I think, Karen, you were next, and then Devananda. Is that right, Monica?
Right, yeah.
All right, good. And then I want everyone to be thinking about, wow, what is love teaching you as you're hearing these sharing? What is love teaching you today? Go ahead, Karen.
Well, I was in California on my vacation, and I was supposed to fly to Washington, D.C. to speak to the National League of Women Voters about the former president, Deborah Turner, who was my sister-in-law, and she had passed in January. And I didn't get to speak at her funeral. No family members did. So I really was looking forward to this. I spent 4 days on the speech. I was ready to do it. And I got laryngitis. I got so sick. I was blowing my nose every 2 minutes. And Dr. Vinay was helping me. Dr. Steve was helping me. I did everything I could possibly do to get better and to speak. Couldn't do it. And they were flying me out. They're paying for my hotel. I was going to be with family members. I was devastated. I was like, I wanted to honor this woman so much. So I gave my speech to the niece. So I don't know all the reasons why this happened, but I think two of the benefits from this happened very quickly. So the niece had to step up. It was a way of closure for her. It was very hard, but I think it was really good for her to do it. And there's no way that anybody else would have spoken if I had gotten there. So they had to really knock me down in order for me to not go. And then because I stayed, because I was sick, I then went up to Redding, California, and stayed with a really good friend who gave me so much love. I got to experience so much love from her and so much caring, and be reminded of that. And then I was so close. I was so close to Ashland. I contacted, I spaced off his name, Lawrence. I contacted Lawrence to see if I could get a session with him, and he said, yes, come up. And so I got to spend some incredible time with Lawrence, and I had some really deep stuff happen, which I don't need to go into from the session. So it was a gift to me to not go.
Amazing.
It was a blessing.
Let's put our hands together for all those unexpected journeys that turn out to bless us more than the one we planned. Love you, and I'm with you, Karen. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm in the middle of one of those myself. I'm actually was in New York for a few days with some amazing client that I'm working with here, and then I was in the airport yesterday. This week, anyone know about the computer outages that happened all over the planet? And So all the airlines couldn't fly. Talk about a DT Devil Bawa. So then I go the next day and it's just so full. And I play this game. I say, okay, well, if I'm, basically a lot of delays, so many hours later, I was supposed to be home, today, but instead they bumped me for 2 days. But what was awesome is, sometimes it's really direct. You see really clearly how fast you're meant to be somewhere, and that the adversity is actually, it has seeds of equal or greater benefit. Adversity for me, okay, I can't fly. But sometimes the benefits you can see fast. In my case, they gave me $1,500 of flight credit, a hotel in Times Square for 2 nights, and then also like a first class ticket home. And then I'm like, okay, I guess I'm supposed to be here. And like things are shifting in a way, and it was really beautiful. Even they gave me credit, like $200 of food credit, and then like also a Lyft ride to my hotel. So I'm in the Lyft, and I see, on it says that the person who's picking me up, his name is Karma, and when I met him, he's from Nepal. So talk about crazy. This is the Karma, the one who is now excited to share with us about Ancient Secrets Foundation. Anyway, amazing. So sometimes it's really quick and obvious, and sometimes it takes a little bit more time. Devananda, I know we only have a few minutes left, but I definitely want to have you share, and then Monica, anything else that's in your mind. Then we'll go into breakout rooms where everyone will have a chance to share. But Devananda first.
Real quick. Hi, Clint. I just want to acknowledge and thank you in today, this Guru Purnima, because you are one of the gurus, And as Grazi said, I want to acknowledge the impact that you have caused in our life, in our marriage, in our relationship with our kids, and in our surroundings, in our community, the things that we can pour also, and has impact on their lives. And I want to thank the masters and gurus of all religions, for, all the teachings, including my parents. And I want to especially thank you, Clint, on this present moment, because you're the one that are here with us at this moment in the physical body, for maintaining this community, for bringing all these teachings and being a vessel of communication to bring out these teachings to us, and helping us to remember who we really are. Thank you so much, Clint.
I love
So beautiful. Thank you, Devananda. I love you and your family so much, and you're my teachers. Actually, your kids are my teachers, and you and your wife, so powerful. I've learned so much from you, and how you've taken one of the most challenging things and turned it into a day, like you just wanted to have a celebration about how much better life can get. I think one of the things that I like about real teachers and mentors is sometimes we see life, we don't see ourselves, but they see past what we see and believe in us, and believe that whatever is that difficulty or challenge actually is making us better. Monica, any thoughts you want to share about from today? Anything love taught you on the call today? And I want to hear from everyone. You can post in the chat what love taught you today.
Yeah, today what love taught me is that the power of community is amazing. I was really touched by Joseph's question, like, what do you do when the adversity comes in the in-between moments? And then how he shared that the love and support of others is really what carries you through. And it's so amazing to see the love in this community, because I remember when I first met Grazi and Daniel at their house in Miami, and I remember what they were going through, and to see them now and how their life has been transformed. It's so powerful to see the growth and what happens when you persist and you trust and you lean in to the divine. And it's just been amazing. And the only way I could have presenced that was through this community. It's my chosen family, each and every one of you. And each and every one of you, including you, Clint, are such great teachers for me. And so grateful for everything, for the Ancient Secrets community, for Dr. Naram, for Jivaka, for the presence of this community in my life is such a blessing.
Monica, thank you so much. Your life, even how much it's changed, is so beautiful, and I love that. So many of us, we've been in person, and even in Ashland, one of the most beautiful moments where some adversity, some challenge, some obstacle had the seeds of equal or greater benefit, and where the unexpected guest became our teacher, our guru, is with actually when Linda, and it was her birthday this week. Linda is so awesome. So Linda from Mount Shasta, I want to just see if I can share this picture real quick of us. Oh, here we go. Yeah, me with my girlfriend, Poonam, awesome girlfriend, and Linda, a smile on your face. So if we can, and I know we're going to be sending love to everyone, but I just want to just recognize Linda. Thank you for being such a powerful teacher for us in your journey. Real quick, I don't know, Connor, it's a little bit of a surprise because you're on the call for the first time, but anything love taught you on today's call, and anyone else can put in the chat. Pretty soon we're going to do the I love you and with you and go to breakout room so everyone have a chance to share. But Connor, anything, no pressure if you don't want to share, but just checking to see if there's anything you want to share about what love taught you on today's call. Let's see if I can invite you to unmute. I don't know if it makes it easier or not, but oh, there we go. Yeah.
Hey, I was actually writing in the chat, but this is better for sure.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, for me, what love taught me is that the stories that are in our hearts are inevitable as long as we continue to tell it. That's kind of what's coming through.
Oh, beautiful.
So as long as we remember to continue to tell the story, wake up and actually tell it, and be it every day. That story in our hearts that we know to be so true is inevitable.
I love it. And I love that you just finished reading or listening to the audiobook this week, right? Or
yeah, I just finished it.
And it's so fun to get the message of that you want to learn more or figure out how you can learn more. And I'm so glad you're here on the call today for the first time. Monica and everyone who's supported in any way, thank you so much for being on the call today. Cornelia and Lisa and Susan and Tara and everyone who supported anyway. And thank you, Jane, so much for holding the background. Next week we have a different quote, but Jerem, I don't know if he's on the call right now, so we'll post it in the WhatsApp chat. If you're not in the WhatsApp chat announcements for Ancient Secrets, we can send you that link. It's a place where either you're on the newsletter or the WhatsApp chat, and it's just you can get all the announcements and learn what is the quote for next week. We're about to go into breakout rooms, so everyone has a chance to share who wants to. And Connor, I know this is your first call. Some of the most magical things actually happen in the breakout room. And talking about unexpected guests is trusting that whoever's in your breakout room is meant for you. So I just want to invite everyone to put your hands together. And for Linda, for anyone whose birthday it was, for anyone who's suffering, for anyone who's in one of those moments of heartbreak, just want to say, I love you and I'm with you. I love you and I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with you.
Oh, my
Love you and I'm with you.
I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with you.
I'm with you.
Love you and I am with you.
Love you and I'm with you.
Love you and I am with you.
I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with you. Love you and I am with you. Love you and I am with you.
And I'm with you.
Thank you, Monica.
And I'm with you.
Love you and I am with you.
I love you and I'm with you.
Okay.
All right, beautiful. So thank you so much. We're going to stop the recording. If you could stop the recording in Facebook Live, and then are you able to start the breakout rooms? So I would just invite you in the breakout room to open up your heart to this quote. Think about how it applies in your life, and then also what love taught you on today's call. In the breakout room, you have a chance to share. You can stay in the breakout room for as long as you want, or you can leave whenever you need to. You won't be coming back into the main room. We just send you so much love today. And thank you, Monica, so much for co-hosting today's call. It was so fun to do with you.